Hi, I'm just here with your Yardworks 30-inch snowblower, and I'm just going to run through the service items with you just so you can see the issues that I found with the machine and see what has been done while I did the service. First, flip your skid shoes. They wore out on the first side. Flip them on both sides. Set the scraper bar heights with the skid shoes to make sure that the scraper bar isn't actually touching the ground, because it's actually not supposed to. Your augers are still in good condition. There's no problems with those. All the shear pins are in their locations, and they're all the proper shear pin, which is good to see. Sometimes people will put other bolts and stuff like that in them, and that can end up damaging your gear case. All your little plastic bushings are still in decent shape on the auger shaft. The impeller bearing is still in good shape. There's no problems there. The inside of the auger housing and the bottom where the impeller runs, if you wanted to make it so the snowblower works a little bit better, especially in wet snow, you could put a little bit of trim-clad green paint in there. It'll make it work a little bit better. Other than that, I sometimes use PAM for non-stick for frying pans in my snowblower, and that helps make it so the snow doesn't stick as much when you're using it. Lubricated your chute and your cables. Lubricated all your pivot points anywhere on the machine, your handles, and all the little guide wheel, the two little guide wheels there for your cables that they run in. Have them all lubricated up for you. You see that I'm pretty liberal with either, depending on what part of the machine, it's either lithium grease or silicone lubricant. I'm pretty liberal with it because it's not just about lubrication. It's also about keeping the ice and stuff from freezing up on things and jamming things up, especially like your chute and things like that. Excuse me. Set your tire pressures to 20 psi on both sides. I also removed your spark plug, cleaned it up, made sure it was still in good shape, reset the gap, and put it back in the engine. Change your oil with 5W30 engine oil, as it's supposed to have for the winter time. For the fuel system, I will get you a price for replacing the carburetor and compare that to me removing it and cleaning it. And you see how much of a price difference. Just that sometimes when you clean them, it's not 100% that you get a good result when you clean them out. Just depends if they're just dirty or if there's corrosion in there as well. I inspected your cables up on your auger. The end of your auger cable is about to break. You can see the cable showing through the zinc or whatever they use there in the end of the cable. So that needs to be replaced. Your traction drive cable isn't wore completely out yet, but you can see that there's if you look under the bottom where you pull the handle, there's a little bit U indent. So I mean, it's up to you. If you'd like me to replace that, I can replace that as well. I will include that in the pricing so that you know how much the price of it is. Removed your belly pan from the bottom of the snowblower and cleaned up your friction disc drive. Lubricated the hex shaft. I have another little video for you that I'm sending along for your axle bushings. Tested your electric start. That works fine. There's no issue there. The recoil start, I have it off, and I will replace the rope and the handle on it as well. Your belt cover, I would say it's probably about half wore out. The cover doesn't just cover your belts for safety. It also acts as a belt retainer. So you see that little hump sort of in the center of the picture here, and you'll see that there's actually the belt is wearing a groove on that, and what happens is every time you disengage let go of your auger handle, the belt plops up and smacks against the cover, and that cover is supposed to keep that little bump keeps the belt from flying off the pulley and having to take the cover off and put the belt back on again. Anyway, so yours is about half wore out. I can replace that for you. You can do that yourself later. It's not a big repair. It's just 2 bolts, and you pop the cover off and pop it back on again. For your belts on the front of the snowblower, your traction drive belt, the one back in there, is still in good shape. Your auger belt here in the front is is definitely cracked in all the ribs, and I would say that pretty soon you're going to find that you're going to be replacing that anyway, so I would definitely replace that now while we have it sitting here in the shop. Some of the cracks you can see here almost the whole way halfway through the belt surface. Anyway, so that's something else that I'll add to the price list. I think I've touched on, oh, your light bulb. I'll also replace the light bulb because your light bulb's burned out as well. And other traction, axle bushings, warning card, clean. And I think that's about everything that we talked about, and all the things that I'd found with the snowblower. I'll be talking to you soon. You have a great day. Sorry about my blurry camera work.